ドジャースの佐々木朗希投手24が30日、日本時間31日、本拠でのガーディアンズ戦で今季初登板初先発。4回0、3を4安打1失点と粘ったが、今季初黒星を喫した。試合後、先発マスクを被ったダルトン・ラッシング捕手25は試合前に右腕を励ましたことを明かした。
Adjustments that he made and getting back on track, how would you just describe the difference you saw from him on the mound today compared to what we saw maybe during spring?
Yeah, I thought that was a quality start for Roki. It was a good turnaround coming off spring. The emphasis was getting the zone early and fill up the zone as much as possible to start, and then from there you just kind of get some swing and miss later in counts.
What have you seen in the evolution of that cutter?
It's it's a newer pitch to him. It's a pitch we're still kind of trying to understand how we want to use it. I think he did a good job tonight of using it in the right spots. Obviously, we want one back on the right field line, but I thought he looked really good overall.
How important is it for him to even just be around the zone as opposed to maybe some of that non-competitive stuff earlier this spring?
Yeah. Establishing the fastball early, I think, is pretty important. Landing the splitter would change a lot for him if he can land the splitter when he needs to, and then just kind of let it go when he does it. He's going to get more swing and miss. But like I said, I thought it was a quality start for him. It was a very big step forward coming off spring, and I'm excited to see what he has for us.
What was your approach of bringing out the best in Roki today during the session?
Yeah, I kind of talked to him briefly walking in from the bullpen and told him it was just me and him, just kind of tunnel vision to an extent, and trust what you do. You're a really good pitcher for a long time in Japan for a reason. You've been a great pitcher for us last year down the stretch. And yeah, any little piece of confidence you can put into a guy like that, he's still fairly young, so he doesn't have I don't have as much time. We both are very young, but any way that I can help him build confidence on the mound, I want to help.
Where would you say his level is, confidence-wise, after tonight?
I think it's a big step forward, and we're going to build off this. We're going to sit down and talk tomorrow, obviously see what we could have done better, refine some things, and look forward to having him out there next time.
This is the most that we've seen the cutter, certainly the most effective it's looked. What was different about that pitch today?
Yeah, I think I think he just established the fastball around the zone early, and it's hard to cover 99 back to 88, and it's a wide speed differential, and like I said, I think throwing strikes early for him and understanding when you can leave the zone is going to be a really big superpower for him. The pitcher, he had a good season debut. You don't roll through a lineup like this and limit him to no runs over however many he went. He threw his tail off. He looked really good tonight, and sometimes you got to tip the cap, but at the same time, we'd love to see him again.
Is that a true cutter that Roki's throwing, or is he kind of varying the depth of it?
It's like I said, it's still new. We don't truly know how we want to use it just yet. All we know is that it's something off the fastball, and the more he throws it in the zone, it makes his fastball that much better.
Do you guys call it a cutter?
Yes, we do, but like I said, we haven't seen it enough to really know exactly how we're going to treat it with hitters. But no, I thought he did a really good job tonight. It was a big step forward.
Justin was perfect outside of that seventh inning. What did you kind of see when, especially the count flip, bases loaded, it was 0-2, obviously the walk, we know what happened after that, but what did you just kind of see happen there in that at-bat?
Yeah, I think it could have been the both of us. Both of us could have tried to get a little too cute, try and be perfect, and in that situation, you have a guy down 0-2, the hitter's in the deepest hole you can get him in, and to us, it's just really stick to his strengths and understand that his strengths beats a lot of hitters. And yeah, it's a learning lesson for the both of us tonight. But like you said, I think he looked really good outside of that, and I think tonight was a big learning lesson for not just him, myself, and a lot of us.
We're setting up relatively down the middle. What was the intent behind that?
Yeah, like I said, we need to get him in the zone early and soon as he gets in the zone, his stuff plays a little better, and obviously the splitter that everyone sees, everyone wants to talk about the splitter, and to get swing and miss on the splitter, you have to establish the strike zone early.